Breaking news, we have the reporter Jazzy the Weirdo with some hot tea.
Thank you, Thick and Nicky. On today's broadcast, we will be recording some of the darkest secrets that these high school students have hidden from their parents.
Done and never told your parents.
Where do I start? Smoking weed, drinking lean, ditching class actually, and that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, thank you.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
My name's Evan.
Okay, and the question is, what's something you've done and never told your parents?
Ditch school.
Ditch school. All right.
Yeah. Three times.
3 times. Okay, so the question is, what's something you did and you never told your parents?
Chlamydia.
Oh my God.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the
So the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
So we do like a 99-cent store run, and oh my god, it's just so
We
fun.
we go to a 99-cent store and we fill up a big cart and then just like walk out without paying. We did that like 10 times, and then the last time we went, we kind of got caught, and then the police was called because like I was being smart to the person, and then we got banned from all 99-cent stores in San Diego County.
And the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
Something I did never told my parents. So one day, me and my best friend went to the mall, and we went to Foot Locker, and I got my titties sucked at Foot Locker in the fitting room by the employees.
Why?
And the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
Peed in the backyard.
What? I didn't hear you.
He said cheating.
I went pee in the backyard.
No, my bad, I'm sorry.
Introduce yourself. Okay, my name's Aaliyah.
Okay.
And
The question is, what's something you did and you never told your parents?
oh, so precious listening.
Cover your ears, please.
Okay. So there was this one time that I went out with my friends and I got a tattoo and I was super faded. And I was super faded to the point where this was Friday and I didn't show up to school on Monday. I woke up at 2:30 p.m. and said, oh shit, there's school today. And yeah, I was pretty faded.
Okay, show us the tattoo you got.
So it's this one, but it's not finished. But yeah,
So that's Aaliyah.
Hi, my name is Leah Shalab.
Okay, so the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
So what I did was I told my parents that I was gonna go out with my friends, hang out, but then me being sneaky, I got picked up by a guy and we went out on a date. And that happened like freaking 5 times. Telling them I went out.
And the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
So let me do this. I'm just playing, but I bought the Perkies once and they still don't know. I'm not nigga.
Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you did and never told your parents?
smoke weed.
Ooh. And what's something you did and didn't tell your parents?
Okay, so that was last year. They went to Seattle to visit my sister, and I made 2 parties in a row at my house, and the police ended up coming to my house, and they never knew.
Okay, so the question is, what's something you did and never told your parents?
Well, I sneaked out one night to go to a basketball game. That's the thesis.
That's the tea. What's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
I snuck out a couple times.
To get that dick? Okay, the question is, what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
I smoked weed.
What do you think about that? Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
I stuck out a lot.
Damn, she a baddie. Question is, what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
Smoked weed.
And one thing that I've never told my parents was that I smoke weed.
It's yourself?
Hi, my name is Ariana.
Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you've done that you never told your parents?
I'm sorry, Mom, but I like snuck out of my window to go to like my friend's house, and yeah, that's it.
Ooh,
she snuck out. What's something you've done and you never told your parents about?
So freshman year, I was dating a senior, and we went to prom that night. And the plan that I told my mom was that I was supposed to go to my friend Susan's house, but instead I ended up going with him to his house.
Oh. Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you've done that you never told your parents?
Almost got a ticket.
For what? For what?
For not having a ticket for the trolley. I cried my way out of it. I never got the ticket. My mom doesn't know.
So the question is, what's one thing you've done that your parents don't know about?
That I suck dick.
Oh, wait. Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you've done and never told your parents about?
One thing that I've done I've not told my parents before. I drove. My car fits 5 people, and I drove 8 people.
Damn. And he actually texts and drives everything.
Yeah, and I text and
Okay, so the question is, what's one thing you've done and never told your mom or your parents?
I had a boyfriend.
What grade? So what's one thing you've done and you never told your parents?
One thing I've done and I've never told my parents is I stole my dad's vape pen, and that was the first time I vaped.
Oh, damn, she's a vapor. What's one thing you've done and your parents don't know about?
One time I was at my cousin's house and my whole family was like having a party. So my mom was like super drunk. So I snuck out and went to go see my boyfriend. And then I came back and no one knew anything.
Ooh, she snuck out. And the question is, what's one thing you've done and your parents don't know about?
So last year, I was in academic league, and my friend Doreen, hi Doreen, she took me to National City and we bought Chinese food, and my mom never found out.
That's it?
Yeah, that's literally it. Like, I'm that lame.
Okay, what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
I snuck out to go hang out with my boyfriend, and you know, some stuff happened, and I didn't tell my mom, so yeah.
Okay, so what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
One thing I've done and never told my parents is I dated a girl in middle school.
Ooh, that's the thesis, yes. Okay, so what's one thing you've done and never told your parents?
I broke like 5 plates, and I like tried to glue them back together, but I just put them at the very top of the shelf, and they never found out. And I like threw them away after like a month.
So the question is, what is one thing you've done and you've never told your parents?
I don't even know. I tell my mom everything.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So what's something you've done and never told your parents?
I went over to my cousin's house and we smoked.
Damn. Okay, what's something you've done and never told your parents?
Okay, so I had court issues with my mom, so I can't see her like at all. And my dad told me don't ever see your mom. So every Wednesday we have a late start, and I always go meet up with her in the front of the school.
Damn.
And I never told him.
That's the tease. What's something you've done and never told your parents?
So my cat went missing, and it was at night, and my parents asked if I closed the doors, and I didn't, and I've never seen my cat since.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so what's something you've done and never told your parents?
I dated this guy in 7th grade without my parents knowing.
And then what happened?
And then my science teacher told my mom on a field trip.
Okay, so what's something you've done and never told your parents?
Snuck out.
That's it?
Yes.
The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.